Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and it's Sunday, which normally would be our mailbox cleanout. And I did happen to mention last week that we probably want to be doing a mailbox cleanout this week, as I was on vacation all week long. And actually, I was hoping to be streaming for you guys this weekend, as I was expecting to have all my stuff for my new PC, which I did actually get everything, even though the CPU was delayed. The first motherboard was actually damaged. I had to send it back and get a new one. And then the PSU failed on me. But good news is I have already scheduled or sent for it to be replaced. So the new one should be in by Monday. So hopefully no more issues. Hopefully it's not a bad sign that the new PC is just going to be a dud and we're going to have all kinds of problems with it. It's starting out rough, but hopefully once we get good working parts in there, everything will be smooth running from there. But anyway, guys, I decided to just go ahead and do week 12. Although I really only had like a couple days or so of farming, plus whatever I posted before I left for vacation. So yeah, there was like 4 days that I didn't get to farm anything, post anything, all that. So really about 3 days, I guess, for the week. So hopefully, I'm not expecting too much, but hopefully we still have a decent turnout. Again, this was the last week of the month, so it's just all gonna be profit anyway. So if it's not the greatest, then it's still not horrible. We're just actually getting profit today, and then hopefully we can just turn things around and really make a lot next week. I do feel like we may at least see a decent amount with some materials, as I have done some material farms just to make up for the time I was gone, and try to at least balance it out a little bit, so that we're not struggling so much next week to at least break even. But anyway, guys, just recap with last week. We ended up making 644,000 gold, which was just barely above what we made the week before. We are now sitting at almost 8 million gold since we came back, and we're in I think it's the third. This is the end of the third month. Yeah, 12 weeks. So the end of the third month. So we're just slightly above where we really need to be. As it's about a little over 2 million gold a month as far as what we need to make. When we're at 3 months, we're almost at 8 million. So you're thinking maybe 2.2 million, just about. I'm just estimating there. I haven't really done the math for paying for the accounts, so that would leave us at needing to be at like 6 point. So I guess we're a little over 1 million gold profit so far. So just need to keep building on that. Hopefully getting to where we're making at least 1 million a month or a week, and then eventually even aiming for 2 million again. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and just see how I did with only doing 3 days. I mean, there might be other weeks where I can't actually do every day, and where I have to take time off, and this can show you guys how different it can really be. So with all that said, let's go ahead and take a look at our first bank alts and see how they did. Alright, guys, so as always, we're going to start off with Proudmoore and Thorium Brotherhood, and we're first here with our Proudmoore high value bank alt as far as transmog goes. Last week Proudmoore only brought in 75,000 gold, so hopefully they can rise above that, even though we only really had like 3 days to go. But we're always still going to shoot for more, right? So let's see how they did. And we do have some sales, and it seems like it's off to a pretty good start, especially with the lack of time we actually had to post and farm stuff. We have 55,477 gold with 8 sales. Let's see some standouts here. Formula, Enchant Boots, Spore Speed, 9,500. Not really too much of a standout with high value transmog, as we're really not posting anything that's valued under 20,000. Speed Seal Rapier is kind of low, only almost 5,000 gold. Then again, though, Proudmoore things do sell cheap, but they sometimes sell a lot faster. And then we have the impenetrable legs for almost 19,000 gold. Really not bad for, Proudmoore selling them for that much. Jade leg plates, only 7,000. As you see, I mean, those even sold for over the amount of jade. And then one of those patterns, I believe these rune staging boots patterns, they come from turning in those Twilight text pages out in Silithus, so it's one of those items. Almost 5,000 gold. So yeah, 55,477 gold. Definitely has almost got us already where we were last week with Proudmoore alone, so that's not a bad start for them, especially seeing the time we missed last week. So let's go ahead and clear that out and jump on over to their low value transmog Bangkok and see how well they did. And we got some expires too. Let me clear those out real quick. And luckily enough, it wasn't a whole thing of expires, because I'd probably have to cut the video and restart, because this is a whole lot, even with increasing the thresholds. But anyway, we do have a decent amount. 12 items sold, 24,306 gold, which again is low value transmog, so that's not bad for only 12 items. Let's see, we do have Bone Chewer boots for over 7,000. Another pair, Bone Chewer rib leggings. So looks like somebody was actually building a Bone Chewer set, because we even got the shoulders here sold. But 7,000 for those as well for the leggings. Low binder disc for 2,000 gold. That's from Throne of Thunder. And then just some small stuff. But yeah, not bad. 24,000. That really. Actually, I think that puts us above where we were. Cause that's like, that's like 79, almost 80,000 gold. So yeah, that's going to actually already put us above what Proudmoore made last week. So if they have any pet sales at all, I mean, they're really going to be looking good. And that's pretty good, seeing that we missed like 4 days of farming and posting. So yeah, let's go ahead and clear that out. Off to a good start. And I'm just hoping Thorian Brotherhood will break that cycle, because they've been on like 3 weeks of not having anything as far as transmog goes. Maybe a couple hundred or even like 1,000 gold for their low value stuff. But anyway, we'll get there here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and go to materials with Proudmoore, see what we sold here. Like I said, I did farm some materials. And actually, I think I farmed this material before I left, and it seems like I haven't sold all of it. It's been really slow on the spider silk, unfortunately. But yeah, I did do spider silk, so you'll see that with the materials being called for Thorian Brotherhood as well. And we did only sell a 40 stack. Did actually sell it after I came back. You see the expiration time is 28 days. But it was farmed before I left and posted before I left. So 7,000 gold for a stack of 40. I still have more, just haven't sold them. But luckily enough, I think the last time I did that farm, I ended up getting like 5 Crimson Whelplings for the hour I did the farm. So that was actually pretty good for one whole hour, as I've done that farm multiple times and haven't received a single one. But anyway, we'll go ahead and put that in their materials. Of course, it does not get added to their realm total, just like with any of the other realms, but it does get added to our overall total. Go and clear that out. And let's jump on over to their toys and pets and see how well they did. And this will close out Proudmoore. And it seems like they did pretty well. Only sold 3 items, but we have a value of 85,974 gold, so almost 86,000 gold. Seems like we sold a Sprite Darter Hatchling for 28,000. Kind of low for that pet, seeing that on some of the other rounds we're selling it for like 100,000 gold. But still, we've got a lot of those stocked up right now, and still just happy to see the sell. Seeing that we actually were getting a ton at that Essence of Undeath farm. Sold 2 black tabby cats, one for 19,000, and then one again, which actually probably somebody bought out my one for 19,000, and then they, bought out whichever ones were low price, and then rose the price again, and then we again. Well, actually no, because this was sold before. So sorry, I got that wrong. Well, we sold one for almost 40,000 gold right here. So really nice. It just, the price went down, I guess. But anyway, not bad at all. I do believe this means I need to go out and get some more black tabbies. Unfortunately, I really not looking forward to going back to that farm yet. just because I've done a lot of farms that give me similar items that can drop there other than the black tabby, so I don't really need to go to that farm because, the spider silk farm, the possible transmog items that you can get, which is not that many, pretty much about the same loot table as that one. So yeah, not really looking forward to going back there just for that pet quite yet. But eventually I'll make it back out there. Anyway, though, 85,974 gold is going to put them way above where they were last week. So that's really good. Let's go ahead and add that in there. And we'll clear this out. We'll go ahead and log this one on over to Thorium Brotherhood. And hopefully they have some sales over there. Can't remember if they had any pet sales last week or not, to be honest with you. But hopefully this week they will, even with only posting 3 days. But really, I am really interested to see how well they did with transmog, because transmog, I mean, if they go a whole month, 4 weeks, that's just really, really bad, because this has been at least 3 weeks in a row they have not gotten a single high value sell, and we'll jump to that one right now to see how they turned out this week. Okay, so we do actually have sales. High value transmog, Thorium Brotherhood, we have 3 sales, and actually it's not bad. 79,790 gold, really good actually for only 3 sales. And yeah, gets them out of that bad cycle of those zeros they were having. So let's see, we sold some Vanguard leg plates for 53,000, was 54,000 gold. Really nice, as on like Prowmore, I might get lucky and get like 15 or 18,000 gold for these legs. Now granted, this is what you would sort of expect back in the day to see Vanguard leg plates sell for on even Prowmore and stuff, but they've just really went down. The Elemental Remnant, we sold that for 19,000 gold, really nice. And then the Razor Crystal Blade, 7,000 gold. Not quite certain where that comes from. I almost want to think it might be one of those blue items that dropped from that wad farm where we farmed for the Black Rock Bulwark. I could be wrong about that. It could also be something maybe we picked up from doing Vault of Earth or something. But I'm not sure. It sounds like it's either one of those farms with the whole Razor Crystal thing. But anyway, 79,790 gold. Definitely a nice start for Thorium Brotherhood. Getting out of those big fat zeros we have been seeing for the past 3 weeks on the high value transmog. So really, really happy to see that. And unfortunately, I put that under the wrong one. Put it under low value. Let me switch that. Okay, and we'll clear that out. So honestly, that really made my my week alone, just seeing this realm, step it up a little bit. Let's check the low value transmog, and hopefully it's more than just a couple hundred gold. And it is actually. We have 3 sales at 15,863 gold, so almost 16,000 gold for only 3 sales. Again, this is a low pop realm, so if we do see sales, usually it's better value. Not necessarily, as you can see with this low binder disc, only 107 gold, which, I mean, yeah, didn't sell it for too much on Prowmore either, but it was actually, I think, like a couple thousand gold, right? So it was actually above them on that. We sold the recipe for Heroic Potion for 6,000, well, 6,500, and then Grand Shoulders for over 9,100 gold. So not bad at all overall. So we'll add that in, 15,863 gold. Definitely a step up from where they have been the past 3 weeks altogether. So really happy about that. Now let's go ahead and jump to their materials. Of course, they're just the other end of the Prowmore group, so they're really just going to have similar materials to the Spider Silk if we actually sold any, seeing that we didn't sell all of our stacks with Prowmore, and we actually did. Actually, I think these guys post last, so actually maybe they will have sold theirs first, but they'll have smaller stacks, of course. But yeah, 6,600 gold, 3 sales, and all 3 of them are Spider Silk, of course, just different stack sizes. 36 for 4,700, another Spider Silk 9 for 1,100, and then a small one here 4 for 700 gold. So yeah, almost as much as we actually made with Proudmoore as far as the material goes. Just has been a very slow seller. And unfortunately, so a lot of those materials have actually really taken a turn. If you guys have noticed, I mean, like the Golden Pearls farm used to be like a golden farm. Golden Pearls, golden, golden farm. But yeah, it was, because you would, get anywhere from like 500, 600 gold a piece. Low side, the high 400s for the Golden Pearls. And I mean, made so much gold. I mean, we actually had like 700,000 gold in 1 week, just mostly from doing or it was like 700,000 gold just from Golden Pearls pretty much. And now they've just tanked, and we all thought that once the patch came out, everything was going to go up in price, but it went down. So yeah, it was a good thing of actually farming all that stuff and selling it instead of like just trying to stock it up and letting it sit, because right now it'd be really hurting to be trying to sell that stuff now, and the prices being as low as they are on Golden Pearls. And it's a shame, because really enjoyed doing the farm, and now it's like, why do it? I mean, they're selling for almost nothing. But hopefully that'll change. Hopefully they'll go back up. So anyway, let's go ahead though, with all that, after all that rambling, let's go to their toys and pets and see how they close out for the week, and hopefully they have some sales here. And unfortunately, they do have a 0 with toys and pets. So happy with the transmog, happy with the with that portion of them. At least they've gotten out of that funk of zeros with nothing but transmog. But really would like to see some of these pets start selling, but again, it is a low pop realm, so all we can hope for is a better week next week when we actually have a full week to farm and actually post. So anyway, with all that said, let's go ahead and jump on to our next 2 groups, which will be Thrall and Warm Rest Accord, and then we'll do our final Emerald Dream and see exactly how much we made this week with only having 3 days to farm and post. Alright guys, so here we are. We are now on Thrall and Warm Rest Accord. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first bank alt, which is our high value transmog bank alt for Thrall. And we do have some sales, which is always good. We have only 26,159 gold with 7 sales. We did sell some Lofty Legs for not a bad amount for Lofty Legs, over 11,000 gold. Those are probably one of the lowest valued ones, really. But I don't know. I mean, it's more than we've been seeing for Jade, which actually we sold some Jade here for like 2,700. But it used to be like one of the lowest ones. And then we sold a Night Blade, which is a low value, well, I mean, it's in the high value, but it's one of the lower valued epic items. And then we actually sold Black Velvet Robes for almost 4,000 gold. So some pretty low stuff for what they are, but still, better than nothing. Not bad, at least with the Lofty Legs, and it is better than a big fat 0. Hopefully, with only having 3 days to farm and post and everything else, we will we will not see any zeros anymore. I know we had 0 with Dorian Brotherhood with the toys and pets, but at least with the transmog, hopefully we won't see any zeros. So let's keep going, clear that one out, and we will jump on over to our low value bank alt and see what they have. And we do have some sales, and once again it's about the same, actually a little bit above the high value. We have 26,949 gold, 17 sales, some more sales, some very low stuff here. A couple of the same items actually: Highborn Rose, Vanguard Shield, but anyway, Dream Singer Legs for almost 4,000 gold. Then we have the Blood Woven Rod for over 6,000. Another one for 3,600, Jade Breastplate. Again, item that used to sell really high. Now you see I'm posting on my low value bank alt. So it's pretty sad to see these items going down so low. But yeah, still, we're selling them. We're getting more than what we would for a vendor. And low value is right on the verge going to that vendor. So anything we get really is a plus. So yeah, we'll go ahead and add this in up here. and clear that out. Alright, and then we will jump on over to materials, which, you know, some of these items we might be getting and actually selling for the transmog is from doing the farm out there in Winter Spring for the Azure Whelp, for the ice avatars. We've been doing that, so we have been getting some, you know, transmog items from doing that as well. I haven't seen as many as I would really think I would see, as that used to, I feel like that used to be like the farm to go to before like people used to really start doing Silithus. But seeing as you can't really get the disgusting oozling anymore from the other farm, that is my farm of choice really now to actually farm the Azure Whelp. And actually I beat my old record of how many Azure Whelps I got an hour, as fortunately it was off stream because the new PC is not up and running yet, but I think the most I'd gotten before was like only 3 in 1 hour. I actually got 5 in 1 hour. It's pretty amazing. Of course, I've done that farm and gotten 0 in 1 hour, but you know, it is a very rare pet. So to see 5 drop was pretty insane. But anyway, guys, let's move on here. We've got, wow. 181,492 gold. So really nice. Like I said, I was trying to really farm some materials to make up for where we were, you know, gone. I did some primal water farming, as the primal water seemed like it was, you know, really good value for the time spent farming. As one, you also got the essence of water. You know, got, you know, chance for epic patterns and things like that. I don't think I got like 1 epic pattern though. I did also get, which I posted in Discord, if you guys are in Discord, I posted a screenshot. I did get a epic helm as well. It seemed like it has some decent value. And I haven't seen where it's sold yet, but we did get it. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look here. We have some primal water sold, 38 for 7,000 gold. Essence of water, 50 of those for 3,600. Another primal water for 5,500, almost 56. And again, primal water 15 for 24. Essence of water, 36 of them for 5,000. Essence of water, once again, 21 of them for almost 3. And then corium bars. I did actually do a few laps around, what is it? Oh, I can't even think of the name of the place now, where I was farming the primal water, the shadow area out there. Anyway, yeah, we farmed, you know, just did some mining around there for a couple laps, got some corium. Luckily enough, ran into like 2 corium nodes back to back. So yeah, 7 of those sold for 8,000 gold. And then we got primal water, once again, 129 of those for 21,000 gold. So really nice sell there. Then we had some hardened adamite bars, which just came from doing those laps farming for the corium. 8 of those sold for 1,000. Felsteel bars, same thing, 4 for over 1,000 gold. Corium bars, once again, 5 of them for almost 6,000 gold. Essence of water, 18 of those for over 2,000. Primal water, once again, 61 for 10,000 gold. Fel iron bars, 72 of them for 2,600. And then again, a big stack of primal water, 288 of them for 44,000 gold. Some of the minor gems that we got from doing the mining. And then we got essence of water. I think at this point, this is where I was actually just farming for the Azure Whelpling pet, and this stuff came into play with the essence of water. And so we got 271 of those. That's why you see so many essence of water. But 271 of those for almost 21,000. And then another essence of water, 223 of those for almost 19,000 gold. And then, again, 223 essence of water for 17,000 gold. So you see the value's going down a little bit as we farm a little bit more. So we might need to back off here shortly. They are selling pretty fast though, so can't argue with that too much. Plus we have a chance for a pet, and you know that's one beauty of that ice avatar farm. You know, with the essence of water selling, you know, at a decent amount, you get that material. You also get a chance at high value transmog, even if it's not as good as Silithus, and you get a chance for the Azure Whelpling pet. Which is not a bad pet to have stocked up. Keeps you from having to go out and do it later on if you have plenty stocked up. as it is very rare and it can take a while to get one. So it kind of sucks if you're like sold your last one and now it's like I have to go out there and like I'm aiming to get that pet and I'm just not getting it, and you might go an hour, even 2 hours without getting that pet, and it's like I spent all this time. It could be farming something else that could actually be making me gold. But anyway, 181,492 gold. Not bad at all. It's really going to help us out with all these days that we missed. Of course, it just makes you wonder, how much gold could we have made this week if we'd been here actually farming and posting stuff. But we have to take those vacations. We all need a little break, right? But anyway, we'll go ahead and clear that out. Not bad at all. Hopefully this will mean that we will have a decent week, because we also have Emerald Dream, who is on the other half of that group that will have similar cells as this one. Hopefully it doesn't necessarily mean that they actually sold all theirs, but hopefully it'll be around the same. Let's go ahead and go to the toys and pets for Thrall though and see how well we did there. We do have some cells, so good. It's not a 0 like Thorium Brotherhood. We've got 49,303 gold with 4 cells, so not bad. Sold 3 Savage Cups, and actually that was before I left for vacation. Sold 1 for 11,000 gold, and then 2 more for only about 5,000. I think I am running shy on those now, as I actually haven't done the farm since I came back to playing the game. This is actually from before. Only downside is that it's a big farm. It would actually take for me to possibly pull in another multi-boxer in order to pull that off, or just do a group with some live people. But anyway, also sold, like we spoke about, one of the Azure Whelplings. Only about 28,000 gold for that though, which is kind of low, because again, you look to see about the same value as you would see with a Sprite Darter hatchling. But then again, we sold a Sprite Darter this week on a different realm, but for about the same amount. So pretty low for those pets. Might be why they sold, posting them that low. But yeah, still glad to see the sales. 49,000 gold is better than a 0, so we will take it. Let's go ahead and put this up on our chart here. And as soon as we get that done, we'll go ahead and log this one out and swap it on over to Warm Rest Accord, which we've already got loaded in with our other bank alts for Warm Rest Accord. That switched on over so it can be loaded in as we're going over everything else, as we always do. And as soon as it wants to come up here, I felt like the other one was a little bit faster. This one's Warm Rest Accord's running kind of slow. Hopefully that means they got some good sales on there. Probably not, but hopefully it does. Anyway, we got the high value transmog tune here for Warm Rest Accord, and we do have some sales, but it's kind of disheartening. It's only 13, almost 14,000 gold. And honestly, I mean, Warm Rest Accord is, and I think they were lacking last week as well. They've actually been, in the past, pretty good as far as the transmog sales, with both value, selling fast. It's kind of like, having, Proudmoore and a low pot realm all in one, because usually you get some decent value and fast sales on this realm, I have felt like. But we're not seeing this in the past couple weeks. And again, it could be the competition, maybe the times I'm posting, maybe I'm getting undercut, maybe that's a lot to do with it too, or maybe it's just been a bad couple of weeks with this realm. But anyway, 13,806 gold, still better than a fat 0. Silver Glorious breastplate for over 7,000 gold. Vanguard legs, we see the Vanguard legs here now, 6,600 gold actually, whereas we just saw it for about 50,000 gold on Thorium Brotherhood. So I mean, that's a big difference, and that's one, yeah, it might sell slower on Thorium Brotherhood, but we get the value, which normally though, like I said, I normally feel like I see the value on this realm, just not this time. But anyway, we'll go ahead and put that in up here for Warm Rest Accord for their high value, and they actually have the lowest this week, which is quite shocking. And honestly, I'm hoping they do stay the lowest this week. It's sad to say, but I'm really hoping that our last realm, Emerald Dream, is not going to be lower, just because I would like for us to have a decent clean out this week, even with us only posting and farming for 3 days. But anyway, enough chatter with that. Let's go ahead and switch on over to our low value transmog bank alt and take a look here. And okay, we have some sales. Not the highest, but it is low value, and it's only 2 sales at 18,000 gold, which actually means we did a lot better as far as value wise and everything, even with the low value bank alt. I mean, 18,515 gold, 2 sales. High value only had 2 sales as well, but we came back with a little bit more with the low value bank tune. Formula Enchant Bracer with Versatility Prime, almost 13,000 gold. Elegant leggings for over 5,000 gold. So not bad at all. We'll go and add that in here. And that's, you know, like 5,000 gold above what their high value bank tune did with the same amount of cells. So yeah. Alright, clear that out. We'll switch on over to their materials bank alt, which we did do some of the Breath of the Wind farm with these tunes. We still actually have them parked out there. So another item that kind of can sell, you know, sort of slow, but it does have a decent value with it. So we did sell some of it. I think we do still have some more to sell. It just hasn't sold yet. But 65,907 gold. Again, Breath of the Wind, 5 for 500 gold, 10 for over 1,000. Then Essence of Air, you also get that along with doing the Breath of the Wind farm. 367 of those for over 6,000. And then a big one, 508 Breath of the Wind for 57,760 gold. Really nice there. And then Elemental Air, 269 gold for 48. That's, you know, you get all 3 of those materials doing that farm. So not bad. Like I said, I do believe we still have some up on the auction house trying to sell them, but they haven't sold yet. So yeah, hopefully we'll see some of those in the next week's clean out. And I'm really liking that farm for farming the Breath of the Wind. It's so much easier than trying to do the one out on Dark Shore, which, yeah, Dark Shore is nice because you can also get the loin cloths since it's in that area. But it also takes a lot more because you need at least 10 people to do that farm. Only have 8, so I'd have to get people to join me. You know, which, don't get me wrong, I love having people join me, but then, you know, you have to get that coordinated, and if, you know, other people don't want to do that farm, you know, it creates, you know, problems with you possibly wanting to do that farm. So this just makes it easy. You can do it with your 8 tunes. And yeah, it's just, you know, very simple that it's, you know, so much smaller. Just have to avoid those tornadoes. But as long as you watch my video on it and you get those spots down, you're good to go. But anyway, let's go ahead and clear that out as we've got it up on our sheet now. And we'll jump over to their toys and pets that's now loaded in and take a look. And we have 2 sales, 56,000, almost 57,000, just 1 gold away. Actually, only about 40 silver away from 57,000. 56,999 gold. 2 sales. We sold the Sprite Darter Hatchling once again, and another Azure Whelpling as well. And both, again, I mean, is the value really dropping that much? 28,000, basically 28,500 gold for both of those pets. Which is really sad to see because those are really rare pets. It was really nice when you were getting about 100 gold a piece for each one of those pets. So honestly, I mean, this could have easily been $200,000, you know, $200,000 gold clean out if they would have sold at the value they were selling at before. But still, you know, just, you know, it gives me, you know, something, you know, another reason to keep doing that farm for those other items. You see, we're getting that value with the Azure Whelpling, with the Sprite Darter Hatchling farm now, with, you know, that Essence of Undeath farm being one of my favorites for that. Just gives us another reason to go back out there. We'll get the, you know, gold from the materials. We'll get the gold from the pets. So as long as they're moving, that amount is acceptable. As long as it doesn't drop down to like 5,000 gold, then it'd be pretty sad and be like, you know, why do it? But anyway, we'll go ahead and put that in. That's still better than a big fat 0, and actually it is our second highest for the week, so we will take it. 56.99. And we'll clear that out. And guys, we will get to our very last realm, which is Emerald Dream. And then we'll see exactly how much we've made for the week with only 3 days to farm and 3 days to post. Alright guys, so here we are. We are on our last realm, Emerald Dream. And it's up to them to, you know, finalize it, bring it home, whatever you want to call it. So that we can actually have a decent cleanout. It really has not been bad so far. Just going off seeing the amounts, I think we're going to be, you know, pretty solid this week, especially with the short amount of time we were able to farm and actually post. But hopefully they can finish strong and we don't see any zeros. So that's what we're hoping for. So first up, high value transmog. Let's take a look at what we have here. We do have some sales. Again, pretty low, and actually at least it's not zero. But it is right around, well, actually it is lower than actual Warm Rest Accord was, which we were hoping wasn't going to happen. But at least it's better than zero. 2 sales, 13,202 gold. We sold the Tyrant's leg plates at over 8,000 gold. Jade leg plates, 4,600. And again, I mean, I remember when these used to sell for like 60k a piece. It's kind of sad to see how low these things have gone. But anyway, 13,202 gold. We'll take it and put it up on the list here. And hopefully their low value transmog will really shine. Let's go ahead and take a look. Here's our low value bank alt now. And it's about the same actually. Look, actually a little above the high value transmog. We've got 13,504 gold. 4 sales. So not better value. But still, we made a little bit more. We've got the Jade Greaves, nice sell here, almost 12,000 gold for that one item. Everything else is really low. That's basically our sell right there, is those Jade Greaves, which are the Jade Boots, which, you know, sold for more than the actual leg plates sold for, which is pretty amazing when you think about it on, you know, the same realm. So yeah, go ahead and add that in though. You know, about 300 gold more. Actually, it is. It's 302 gold more than what we sold the high value transmog for. So yeah, go ahead and clear that out. And let's go ahead and take a look at their materials, which again, they're going to be the other half of the Thrall group. So they're going to have similar items, though they're not going to necessarily be a smaller amount of sales than the Thrall group, as I have actually started to flip the group. I kind of mentioned this before. I was thinking I need to start flipping the group to actually give Emerald Dream more of a chance to get more transmog, to actually get more stuff actually up on the auction house, as they were, you know, always the back half. But with them being an even group, it seems to make more sense to, and especially since we are seeing sales with transmog and stuff, we need to start flipping that group. So what I'll do is I'll do like a couple hours with Thrall being like the main group, and then I'll switch them, and I'll do another couple hours with Emerald Dream being the, you know, main group, to try to get them stocked up evenly. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look here, and again, it is about the same amount actually. What, a little bit less. We had 181,000 with Thrall. We have 174,000 with Emerald Dream. 28 sales. Again, it's gonna be similar items. We got Primal Water here, 1 stack selling for, you know, 31,000 gold for 165. Essence of Water, small one, for over 1,000. 163 Primal Waters for 28,000 gold. And then we go on up here, Corian Bars, 3 of them for 3,000. Fell Iron Bars, 90 of them for 3,000. Primal Water, 18 of those for almost 3,000 gold. Essence of Water, 71 of those for over 9,000. Again, Essence of Water, 134 of them for 14,000 gold. Primal Water, once again, 23,000 gold almost, for 138. And then 2 stacks of Essence of Water, 127 for 9,700, and then 285 for almost 24,000. Another Essence of Water, 223 for 17, and then a small stack, 42 of them for over 3,000 gold. Again, not bad. 174,000 gold. So it means that we made about a little over 300,000 gold just with those Primal Water and, you know, Essence of Water farms for doing the Azure Welt farm. Pretty much, there's a little bit of mining materials in there, but a lot of that was those 2 farms that we got that from. So not bad at all. seeing as we also got the pets, and we're able to sell those as well. So yeah, got that, put it up there. Let's go ahead and clear that out, and that leaves us one bank alt left to finish this out with this short week that we did, and see just how well we did with missing 4 days of farming and posting this week. And oh wow, we actually did really well with their pets. So they may have not been the strongest with transmog, but they were by far the strongest with toys and pets. 145,892 gold, 6 sales, not bad at all. We've got the Reigns of the Thundering Ruby Cloud Serpent. Sold one of those for almost 25,000 gold. Then we sold the Azure Whelpling. One of those sold for 28,499 gold. And then again, the Azure Whelpling though, really low. I mean, it seems that's like what, 3-4 rounds, and then I see we have another Sprite Darter Hatchling for the same amount. So on both, like 3 realms now, we're seeing those amounts for those pets. That's kind of disheartening. Crimson Whelpling, about 17,000 gold, which honestly I feel like it should be at least 30. I mean, that honestly, I feel the Crimson Whelpling pet has been, undervalued for a while now, because I feel like it's almost just as rare as the Azure Whelpling and the Sprite Darter Hatchling pet. Granted, maybe it doesn't deserve as much of a value as those 2 pets, just because you can solo that farm pretty easily if you do just the Crimson Whelpling farm. Now, granted, I do the one for the spider silk, so I'm also getting a material even if I don't get the pet. But I mean, even the one that you can solo, which even with multi-boxing, I get a lot more chances to actually get the pet. I've actually done that farm for a whole hour and still not seen the pet before. Granted, I've done it and seen 5 of them come from it, but I've also done it and seen 0, even with such a small compact farm. And so it just shows that that pet can be really rare. So I feel like it's kind of undervalued at that. We have a Black Tabby Cat for almost 19,000 gold, and the Gundrak, again, it's another one you really expect to see more, because I mean that would take us like 3 groups to do that farm successfully, and it's 28,499 gold. Again, just happy to see sales bringing in gold, especially with us having such a short week. So yeah, still happy about it, but just hopeful those values will increase over time. And it's just been a low valued week on those items. So with that said, that is our week. Not bad at all, seeing as I believe we've had way worse weeks when we've actually farmed and posted all week long. So yeah, with basically just having the weekend and the first of the week before I actually left for vacation to actually post items and farm, I mean that's just unbelievable. But it goes to show, I mean, you don't necessarily have to post every day to actually have a decent amount. But really, let's dive in here, go ahead and bring our sheet on down and get our calculator pulled up so we can actually see just how well we did, without just assuming with some of the numbers we've seen so far, which they've been some really good numbers, but we really need to actually see exactly how good it really is. So here's our sheet. You see we've got it all filled out now. We just need to add everything up, and first off we will start with our transmog. We've got 24,306 for low value on Prowmore, 55,477 with the high value of Prowmore. Puts them at 79,783 gold just on transmog alone, which is above what they made overall with their realm last week, which of course their toys and pets gets added into that, which we'll get to that. But anyway, Thrall 26,949 with their low value, and then 26,159 with their high value. And then we've got Emerald Dream 13,504 for their low value, and 13,202 for their high value. Thorian Brotherhood rocking it out compared to the last 3 weeks. 15,863 for their low value, and then for their high value 79,790 gold. And then we have Windrest Accord, kind of let me down this week a little bit. with that realm, but 18,515 gold for low value, and then 13,806 for their high value. So not bad. Above what we made last week in transmog, 287,571 gold, which is saying a lot. Seeing this now, granted, past 2 weeks before this, we actually didn't post for 2 days during both those weeks, I think it was. But still, we did do some farming and stuff also. So I mean, this was like 4 whole days, no farming, no posting, no nothing. So definitely huge turnout, to see that with those days missed. But yeah, 287,571 gold, not bad at all. We'll add our total in there, see exactly how much we've made with transmog so far now, and that puts us at 3,434,000. Let me start typing this actually as I'm saying it. 3,434,956 gold and transmog alone in 3 months. Not bad at all. That's a little over a million gold a month in just transmog alone. So let's go ahead now and jump on over to the materials. 7,056 gold, pretty low for for Proudmoore, which they were, like I said, really just doing the spider silk farm. We do still have spider silk to sell, but it just is moving really slow right now. Then we have Thrall at 181,492 gold, and then Emerald Dream at 174, 161. So really good with that Essence of Water, selling really well. And then Thorium Brotherhood, 6,674, getting the spider silk. And then Warmrest Accord with the Breath of the Wind at 65,907 gold. So 435,290 gold. So wow, that's already looking like we've actually made more than last week as a whole, which is really saying something with it being such a short week for us. So yeah, let's go ahead now though and add in the previous total and see where they are since we've come back. And wow, they jumped above transmog with materials. Though we did really have some really good material sales. One with that amazing week with golden pearls, and now again one now with the Essence of Water and Primal Water sales that we've had this week. 3,590,000 gold and 357. So yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead now and take a look at the toys and pets and see how well they did. And actually, they did not do too bad last week, as they had 140,000, almost 144,000. So, still, oh wow, actually, forgot about Emerald Dream's big clean. I was gonna say they might be pretty close, but Emerald Dream actually made enough in toys and pets alone that was actually more than what we brought in with toys and pets overall last week. So yeah, we're definitely above that. Yeah, 338,168 gold. So really looking good for a half week. Not bad at all. Maybe I should take some more time off, take some more vacations, because yeah, if we're gonna have turnouts like this, it seems like that's the way to go. But yeah, we've now got let's see if I can type in here. We don't have that much. What is it? 1630265. There we go. So we got 1,900,000. Of course, Toys and Pets got the late start as far as everywhere else, but 1,968,433 gold in Toys and Pets in the past 3 months. So there's still, about a little over a million gold behind everybody else as far as transmog and materials. But if we could get everybody on the same page as Emerald Dream this week, which would be hard to see. We have them all over the place. Thorium Brotherhood had a 0. We've had other ones be extremely low. But if we can get that stock up and get to where we can get pets selling like that, there's no reason they can't catch up and maybe even pass one of the other areas. But anyway, let's go ahead now and add up our totals and see exactly how much we made overall for the week. As we might be close to 1 million. It'd be really nice if we were. And actually, over 1 million. Yeah, right over 1 million gold. Very nice. Only 3 days. Wow. 1,061,029 gold. So yes, we really killed it. Yeah, I mean that's amazing with being on vacation, being away, not farming, not posting. I know I've said that a million times, but still, it's just shocking to see that we did that well compared to, you know, our past 2 weeks, which were, you know, the week before this was actually 2,000 less than this week, you know, week 11. So yeah, really nice there. Let's go ahead now and see how much we've made since we came back. And that puts us at, now we are almost at 9 million gold since we came back. 8,963,746 gold. So not bad for 3 months. Definitely puts us in a profit area. Whereas when our very first month, we were actually in the negative, in the hole. We are now, you know, getting profit and getting a decent amount of profit, as you know, what it should be somewhere around, I don't know, 3 months, you know, at least 6 million. I'm thinking about 2.2 million pay for the account, some around there, might be a little bit more, but I mean that's like what, 6.6 million gold, and we are at almost 9 million gold. So that means we are, you know, 2 million and some change profit so far since we came back. And with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at our realm totals and see how well we did. Thorium Brotherhood was really low last week. I don't feel that's going to be the case with their transmog sales, although they do have a very bad pet sale. So it's going to be interesting to see who comes in last this week with that. So let's go ahead and do Proudmoore first. We've got 24,306, and then 55,477, and then 85,974. 100, wow. They did more than double what they did last week. So yeah, 165,757 gold, not bad at all. We'll go ahead and add in their total, see how well they're doing as far as since we came back. Now granted, they do get an edge, as I've always said, because that is my main realm. I always start out on them, which actually I guess Thorium Brotherhood also gets a little bit of the edge, even though they're on that smaller half of that group, and I don't really flip-flop them like I do with Thrall and Emerald Dream. So yeah, they still don't receive as much as, you know, Proudmoore does, but still they do get a head start above everybody else. But 1 million, almost 1,500,000 with Proudmoore alone since we came back with Transmog and with Toys and Pets. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Thrall. 26,949 gold and 26,159, and then with their Toys and Pets at 49,303. That puts them at just slightly above what they did last week, at 102,411. It'd be nice if everybody was over 100,000 this week. So yeah, 102,411. That's going to actually put them over 1 million gold at least, as they were at 959,495 gold. And that puts them at 1,061,906 gold. It's not bad at all for them. And then we have Emerald Dream. Pretty sad with the Transmog, only 13,504, and then 13,202. And then though, with the nice pet sales, we have 145,892, which big step up. Actually, they were, you know, the top runner. They did the most last week. And actually it might do the most this week as well with that 172, 598. Last time I think it was the Transmog that kind of gave them the edge last week, but this week is actually the Toys and Pets, which is, you know, it's nice to, you know, they go from one area to the other as long as they're staying ahead. That's all that really matters, right? But anyway, they're still pretty low at only 584, 159, because they've had some very bad weeks as well. But they, you know, if they keep on, you know, they could possibly eventually catch up to the others. So 756,757 gold. And then we've got the good old Thorium Brotherhood, who likes to put zeros on the board. I hate it. I hate it though. But at least they got out of their funk with the Transmog. We got 15,863. and then 79, 790 with the high value transmog, and then big fat zero, which is no point to even put on the calculator, which is a big step up for them. 95,653 gold from 11,000, almost 12,000 gold. So yes, we will definitely take that. And then we've also got to add in their totals. Still puts them in last place as far as the realms go, but they are, like I said, low value or a low pop realm. So it's acceptable, especially when we only have, you know, what, 3 of their tunes farming at a time, and they farm on the back end of that group. And then we have Warmrest Accord. It's our last round. We've got 18,515 and 13,806. And then their pet sales 56,999. And wow, they actually did the worst this week though. Dorian Brotherhood actually still beat them. Not by much, but they did beat them. 89,320 gold. Something I don't really expect with Warmrest Accord. As you see, Warmrest Accord was like neck and neck with Proudmoore, and I think they even jumped above them at one point. And so yeah, it's just really falling off here lately. Let's go ahead and add that in though. They did actually do better than they did last week though. See, Warmrest Accord was low last week as well, only 50,000 gold. And that was a full week, so it's really kind of sad to see. Hopefully start seeing a turnaround with them as well, like we did with Dorian Brotherhood this week. But that puts them at 1,300,000. Oops. If I can type here today. 1,333,557 gold. So yeah, overall, not bad. Not bad at all. We broke 1,000,000 gold. We only had 3 days to farm, 3 days to post. Yeah. If I just somehow get some more vacation time, that would be great, because this is the kind of things that could happen. Of course, if we did to have more vacation time, of course, we wouldn't have that many places to go, so we could actually have more time to actually farm and do stuff. But yeah, pretty awesome. Really blown away. Was not expecting that whatsoever, even though, like I said, when I did get back, I did try to farm and go after some materials just to kind of make something this week. Did not expect this kind of turnout though, even with that. So yeah, pretty awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the clean out as much as I did. It's really nice to see you know, a turnaround, especially on a week when we weren't as focused as we, you know, have been in the past. But you know, just goes to show some weeks can be up and down. Just makes me wonder what I could have earned on those 4 days I was gone. But still, don't take back enjoying myself on my vacation with the kids. Definitely loved the time that we had and shared. It was definitely worth it, much needed as well. And again, guys, really hopeful to get to streaming here soon. I've got the new PC sitting right here beside me right now. Everything's put together, just waiting on the new PSU. And hopefully this one will not be defective. If it is, though, again, it will be delayed a little bit more. But I did go with the same brand and everything, the same one I had before, just doing an exchange. But if this one is defective, we are just going to go with a different brand, and hopefully everything will be okay. And hopefully that'll be the last issue we have, because it has been, you know, multiple issues so far. And hopefully that's the only issues we'll ever have with it. But anyway, guys, make sure if you like this video and you want to see more of these cleanouts and more of the other content come out with, you hit the subscribe button so you're notified when they do come out. And also make sure that when we do get back up and running and going on stream, or if you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord. There's a link below. Join the Discord so you are updated, so you can see what's going on with everything, and you are, you know, aware of what's going on with getting us back on stream. Because I do, you know, tell the guys there what's been going on, so you guys can be notified. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for this clean out, and I will see you next Sunday for the next one, and hopefully be back on stream shortly. See you guys next time. Y'all have a great night.